Girl, recording from the car is never an easy thing. I'm not even going to tell you how many times I had to stop and re-record. You will hear some noises in the background. Just bear with me. Again, this is from the car and people are peopling right now. Like, just people are living their best lives and making all kinds of noise. So just bear with me. Focus on the meat and potatoes, okay? Anyways, good morning. Happy Sunday, girl. It is July 27th, and this is episode 10 of 40 Something and Nothing. Episode 10, you guys. We have did this for 10 weeks, and so I think this is the perfect opportunity for me to step back and refocus, take some time to just get realigned and prepare for season 2. It is my hope that you were able to gain some things from episodes 1 through 9. And it is also my hope that you will stick around for season 2. I will be resuming season 2 on Sunday, August 31st, which is a special day for me because it's also my grandmother's birthday. May she rest in peace. And so I just think it would be the perfect time to introduce some new, fresh ideas and perspectives and just start up fresh for season 2. So again, if you've been rocking with me from 1 through 9, thank you so much. I do not take it lightly. I appreciate the time and the effort that you have put in to be here with me. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. If you are new here, I am Elisha Maria, and this is 40 Something and Nothing, a podcast for women in our 40s. We just trying to get through this thing called life. It is not easy, okay? And we're doing the best that we can. I highly recommend that you go back and listen to episodes 1 through 9. But if not, if you're more comfortable just being here with me right now, that's fine too. Let's get into it, okay? I have my little cheat sheet here because I am going to be discussing raw and uncut and unfiltered, completely transparent 10 things that I have learned over these past episodes that have now shaped things that I am going to stop doing and things that I am going to start doing. So we're going to start with the 10, and mind you, let's be honest, last night I was writing these down and I was just thinking, like, do I want to say that one? Do I want to say that? But you know what? Yes, we are going to just be completely authentic here. This is a safe space. Okay, we listen and we do not judge. So yeah, we're just going to get into it. Okay, so I'm going to start with the 10 things that I'm going to stop doing. Let's start there. So the first one, I will stop lying to myself. These past few episodes, I have learned that if I am not honest with anyone, I gotta be honest with me. And that means authentically understanding that it is, number one, okay to not be okay. It's okay to understand that, yes, while I feel like I am truly blessed, I live in Southern California, I have a great career, I have a home, I have a vehicle. And while I understand that all of these things are blessings that could be taken away or never given to someone at all, that doesn't mean that I need to settle. I'm going to stop lying to myself that I'm fine, that I'm okay, that I'm comfortable where I am. I'm not. And just because my life, a person may look at it and be like, well, you got this, you got that, and you got that. I have to be happy with it. I have to be okay. And I'm not. There are a lot of things that I feel like I personally need to grow on. I need to enhance. I need to, just show up for myself in the way that I show up for others. And I got to stop lying to myself and pretending that I'm good, that I'm okay, that I'm fine. I'm not okay. I'm not fine. I want to make some changes in my life. And it starts by being truthful and honest with myself. that the space that I am in right now is not where I want to be. And that is okay. It is okay to look at your life and be like, yeah, nothing is really wrong. It's just not right. And it's okay to feel that way and not feel guilt about it, not feel like, oh, you should be grateful for what you have. It's okay to understand that, yes, while I have these blessings in place and while there are a lot of things in my life that I thank God for every single day, there are still some things in some areas that I want to make some changes in. And so, yeah, I'm no longer going to lie and pretend that I'm good, that I'm okay, that I'm fine. I'm going to be authentically honest with myself when I'm not feeling 100%. Okay, so number 2. That was a lot. That was a lot. Number 2, stop caring what people think of me. Yeah, I gotta stop doing that, you guys. I worry so much if I'm too in your face, or if I'm too aggressive, because sometimes I am business oriented. That's, my mind is just like, I'm a take charge kind of personality, take charge kind of person. And sometimes I wonder if I'm a bit too much for people, or if I'm too aggressive or overly assertive, or, just like chill, calm down, fall back. Like, is that what I need to do? I'm going to stop caring what people think about me. I second guess myself with career choices of what I'm going to wear, choices of how I'm going to do my hair, choices of where I'm going to live. I battle with making sure that I show up in a way that won't rock the boat for anyone. And I got to stop doing that. I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to do that anymore. That's not fun for me. I feel like the way that my personality is, I am a bit much. I'm a bit, excuse me, I'm a bit headstrong. I'm a bit aggressive. I can be a bit in your face type of a personality, not in a negative way, but just, you can tell that I'm very assertive. And sometimes I have like a little competitive streak, which I don't also think is a negative thing. I never disrespect anyone or intentionally try to make someone feel uncomfortable. That's just not me. I am definitely a lover of the human society. I'm a lover of people. But I need to stop making myself smaller just to make sure that I'm not in anyone's way. I'm not going to do that anymore. I got to stop caring what people think. And it's either you get the raw, authentic version of me and you love it, or it's just not your cup of tea. And that is okay too. Everything and everyone is not for everybody. And I am learning that the hard way, that there will be some people who will just be like, oh, Elisha, yeah, nah, can't rock with her, don't like her. That is okay. I am not for everyone. And so, yeah, I got to stop caring what people think of me. Number 3, the past episodes, I have learned from the research that I have done, I have learned to stop saying yes. I cannot say yes to pretty much anything anymore, okay? People they don't have limits. The capacity to say, let me stop right here, doesn't exist with people sometimes. And it's just like the moment that I say yes to something, I find myself saying yes to everything, and it doesn't end. And it's like, I'm the total opposite of that. I feel like if you've helped me through something once, I try my best not to bother you again. Or I try to find ways to fill up your cup since you helped fill up mine. And it just doesn't seem like that's what's done for me in return. It's just like, more. And then I find myself saying yes, 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 even though I don't want to. I think that kind of dibbles in with caring what people think, that, I want people to understand that I do love, I feel, I care. And so that translates over into me feeling like if I say no, then they won't understand that just because I said no doesn't mean that I don't care or love you or care about the situation. It's just a no. And now I'm not going to do that. The answer is no. I'm going to stop saying yes, because it is 1000% depleting me, and that's what we don't want. So from here on out, the answer is no. and same for you. Okay. Let them know. The answer is no. Stop hiding my gifts and talents. Oh my gosh, you guys, I will fall in the background so hard that you won't even know that I am in the room. I try my best to hide as much as possible. I'm more than likely wearing all black, and I picked a tiny little corner that is more than likely covered with a shadow, so you do not see me at all. I have to stop doing that. Because sharing, number one, is caring. Okay, let's just be completely honest. And I feel like the gifts that God has given me was not for me. These gifts that I feel like, and we all have something. You got to tap in to figure out what that is. But I feel like God has equipped me with quite a few gifts, and they are not mine to hold on to. They are meant to be shared. They are meant to be given away, which is why, like, for example, if you are the person that your friends and family can go to get the best advice, and then you find yourself like, well, dad, wow, I wish I could just give myself that on. No, you can't give yourself that same advice. You want to know why? Because being able to take someone's situation, assess it carefully for them, and give them concrete, tangible advice that they can actually benefit from is a gift. And gifts are meant to be given. It is not yours to use for yourself. It is not yours to hold on to and not give at all. It is gifts are meant to be given. And so I'm going to stop hiding the gifts that God has given me. I'm going to stop falling into the shadows, hoping that no one sees me. No, you're going to get all of this. You're going to get all of this and more when I show up in the room. And again, either you love it or you hate it. And either way, it's fine with me. So, yeah. All right, now where was I? Number 5, stop assuming that people will treat me the way that I treat them. That goes right back to number 3 with saying yes with everything. I just feel like, if I'm giving to you and I'm saying yes and I'm doing all the things, why are you not showing up for me in that exact same way? If you know that I have a lot going on and need some sort of help, no matter what kind of help that would look like, why aren't you offering that? Well, Lish, people don't really see things the way that you do, okay? They really just don't. Like, people, you treat a person a certain way, you give 10 out of 10%, and 10 out of 10 period of whatever that is, 100%, whatever, however that looks like for you, right? And then you get back 5, you get back 2, you get back nothing sometimes. Sometimes not even a thank you comes back. I have to stop assuming that people were raised by Katie. Honestly, you were raised a little bit differently. Where I come from, we show consideration, we give back, we try our best to help the other person. You obviously you're from somewhere else, and I tend to assume that because I treated you and moved accordingly with you a certain way, that you would be that way with me. And I always end up disappointed because they don't. They don't. People are just, They're moving to the own beat of their drum. And I can't be mad at that, because why am I assuming that you would be me? Why am I assuming that you would treat me like me? Right? We can't assume. All we can do is perhaps assume that they won't ever do anything. So then when they finally do, it's a nice surprise. Like, oh, wow, you are now taking me into consideration. That is amazing, right? I think the best thing to assume is that they will do absolutely nothing in return. I think it's best to assume that you will never be treated the way that you treat someone will never come back to you. Assume that, I guess. Because like I said, then when they shock you and do the exact opposite of that, now it's a nice, beautiful surprise. Okay, so number 6, stop people pleasing. This one, I didn't, last night I was like, do I even want to say this? Like, I don't know if I want to write this, but it's true. It's true. I don't people please everyone. I people please the people that I love, the people that I care about. And why do I do that? Because that's the way that I express love, is by pleasing you and making sure that at all times you are happy, you are good. I have learned from the past 9 episodes that is not my responsibility. It's not my responsibility to make sure you're okay. It's not my responsibility to make sure that you are happy and that you're healthy and if you ate this morning and if all of your bills are paid and do you need any. It's not my job. It's not my job. Sometimes I feel like, what am I trying to be, God? Stop trying to be God. It's not my job. Not to say that I don't care, because I care deeply about everything and everyone, but I cannot please y'all. You know what I'm saying? I cannot please. I recently mentioned to someone, there isn't a plate big enough to feed you. And so I got to stop trying to you got me in here cooking up ribs, chicken, steak, the side dishes, trying my best to feed you. And it's a bottomless pit. You will eat gluttonously and then expect more out of me. And then here I am trying my best to please you, cooking up again to serve you the next meal. No, we're not doing that no more. We're not doing that no more. We are going to stop people pleasing. Again, this is something that is depleting us. It is not adding to our value. It's not filling our cup. It's not even making us happy. So it stops here. Okay, number 7, stop over explaining myself. Guys, I cannot tell you how many times when I do have to say no, it is such a turnoff for me to say no that I have to go into a thesis styled essay to explain why I'm saying no this time. The no is a full sentence. No, period. That is the sentence. I don't need to give a deep explanation of anything that I'm doing in my life. Sometimes I find myself trying to explain something I would tell someone, yeah, I think I'm gonna go get a tattoo. And then I find myself explaining like why I want to get it. What is it gonna be? Why? It's my body. If I want it, I want it. The end. So we have to start understanding that we do not need to we don't owe anyone an explanation. We don't need to start over explaining to anyone about anything that we're doing in our lives. Most of the time, one word is the sentence. Yeah, no, period. Right? Like, because once we start over explaining, it's like we're looking for validation. And I don't need anyone to validate me. The validation that I need most definitely always need to come from within. So I'm not going to over explain my ideas and my situations to anyone, because why am I doing that? For you to give me the approval or the permission to do whatever it is that I want to do. I don't need your approval. I don't need the permission. I am the approval. I am the permission. Permission granted. It comes from me. So we're going to stop over explaining. Number 8, stop settling for things I don't want. Girl, do you know how many times I have done that in my life over the past 44 years? I settle for careers I don't want. I settle for apartments I don't want. I settle for cars I don't want. I settle for men I don't want. We are not doing that anymore. I am not settling for anything or anybody at all, period. Okay? Because I know for a fact that I am doing the hardcore work to show up as a better version of myself. So why would I settle for anything less than? Because more than likely, the thing that I am settling for is only going to pull me backwards to where I've already came from. And we are not in the business of reverse. We are moving forward. So yeah, I'm not settling. I'm not settling for the career that I have right now. And that's not to say that it's not a good job. It's a great job. It pays my bills in expensive behind San Diego. So it's not to take away from that. And I thank God for my blessings every day. But I don't need to settle here and then be stuck here for 20 years. No, I'm going to do what makes me happy. And that means that I no longer settle for the mediocrity of it all. You know, I want to be, if I'm putting in the work to show up great, then I'm only accepting great from everything around me as well. Number 9, stop procrastinating my happiness. Why am I living my life as if the time that I have is unlimited? Why? My happiness needs to begin now, unapologetically now. There is no time for me to be wandering around sad, miserable, looking like Karen from accounting. No, I'm not doing that. I am going to show up every day in the happiest form possible and remove myself immediately if anything or any situation that I am isn't reflective of that. I'm removing myself from the equation because I want nothing more than to be happy. Okay, so here are some things I'm going to start doing since we've done the 10 that I'm going to stop doing. And let me know what your 10 is too. But here is the 10 things I'm going to start doing. I'm going to start romanticizing my life. Okay. As a Libra woman, luxury, the finer things in life, and being balanced and having harmony as a baby of Venus, right? That is what's important to me. I need to romanticize my life. I want to wake up every morning next to fresh flowers and tea with oat milk. Okay. I want the best skincare and the best teeth and the best fine clothing and fine furniture. I want to be able to travel and take myself on dates, right? I want my life to be a romantic novel written by God himself, okay? I no longer want to live and squander as if these things aren't important to me. Acting like fresh flowers every morning is not important to me is me being fake. That's not the authentic me. I love tulips and roses and peonies. I love peonies. These are the things that I want in my life, and I'm not going to settle for less. You know, I want to wake up every morning with grace and ease and balance. I no longer should wake up to a harsh alarm clock, okay, and just shower and get ready for work. No, that's not what we're doing. We are waking up early enough to smell the roses, the fresh ones that are beside my bed, okay? And I want the finest in everything, the finest in what I drive, the finest in the oils and the body butters that I put on me. Like, everything matters. So yes, I'm going to romanticize the hell out of my life. Okay. Start living like a mortal and immortal. Okay. We are not immortal. We have an expiration date. We have a deadline and we don't even know when that is. So why are we living our lives as if we know for certain that we got time? Time is something that depletes every second. And we never know when that second is our last second. And we have to start living our lives in a manner into which, if at any second that is the last one, we know we lived. We were happy. We didn't settle. Okay. We're ready to go because we've already done everything that we could possibly think of. And we've lived our best lives. And it's okay now to say goodbye to planet Earth and go on to that next chapter because we lived. I haven't been able to live. I've been so worried about the kids and so worried about my husband and so worried about the bills. And I haven't lived, and I'm 44. We have to start doing that. We have to start living our lives as if we fully understand that today could be the last day. Okay? We are not immortal. I need to start worshiping myself. Now, that right there, worship, like, what are we talking? You think you're God now? Yeah. No, I don't. But I am his creation. I was created by such, and as such, I should be worshiped in my own right. I should be praising myself. There is no reason why I can't look in the mirror in the morning and tell myself, you are beautiful. You are gorgeous. Look at you. You are a goddess. Okay. Look at your skin. I have the most amazing skin. I was just talking about that with one of my cousins just this morning. I have the most amazing skin naturally, without even doing any of the extra stuff. Now, once you add the hydration and the oils that I use and the body butters that I use, my skin looks like water. Like, it's given life. And it's okay to acknowledge that, to look in the mirror and be like, you look so beautiful. Look at you. I love you. I worship you. Like, look at my feet, look at my hands, look at my hair, like, just beautiful left and right. It's some people walking by, so you might hear some noises and some music. But yeah, start worshiping yourself. Start worshiping yourself because you're gorgeous and you should be worshiped, right? Start being more expressive. That's another thing I'm going to do. So a lot of times when I'm going through something or something is bothering me, I get quiet. I just shut down. I'm like, yeah, I'm not even going to talk about it. Because a lot of times I feel like if I say anything, the response is not going to be the response that I'm looking for anyway. So I just kind of sweep things under the rug and just be like, it is what it is. I don't even have the energy to deal with this. No, I'm going to be more expressive. I'm still not going to put a lot of energy into it because that's just my personality, but I'm not going to sweep it under the rug. You'll hear me talk a little bit more. You'll hear me let you know if something is not aligning with the version of the higher self that I'm moving toward. I'm not going to be silent about it. I'm not going to apologize. It is what it is. You either get on board or you go. I don't know what else to tell you, you know? And again, that's just me unapologetically being me. I can't apologize for just being who I am. That's just naturally me. I'm going to start making up for lost time with myself. I mentioned earlier, you know, I spent so many years focused on the kids, focused on the husband, focused on the bills. I've lost a lot of time with me. And so I'm making myself a priority now to show up and spend some time with myself, get to know myself, because I've spent so many years ignoring me. And so now I need to get back in touch with me. I need to start and build a new relationship with myself. And I'm going to do that. And part of doing that, spending time with myself, goes right back to romanticizing my life, which is why I mentioned I'm going to take myself out on some dates. I'm going to treat myself. I'm going to show up for myself. I'm going to listen to myself. All of these things that sometimes we look for in other people, other men, our friends. We look for validation. We look for attention. We want a man who's going to listen to us and that sort. I'm going to start doing that for me, myself, because I haven't done that. How can I expect anyone else to take the time to take me on dates and romanticize my life when or listen to me or pay me attention or give me the time that I need if I haven't even done it for me either? So, yeah, I'm going to make up for lost time. I'm going to start treating myself, plan some dates, spend some time with myself. Yeah, I got to make up the time because, I spent too many years focused on everybody else, and time to get back to me. I'm going to start telling myself that I love myself on a daily basis. I tell my husband and my kids pretty much all the time, I love you, I love you. I never really say it to myself. So I'm going to wake up every morning, and when I go into my bathroom and get ready for work, that's the first thing I'm going to say. I'm going to look in the shower. Not in the shower. I'm going to look in the mirror and I'm going to tell myself that I love me. I love you. I love you. I love you every day because I do love me, and I need to let me know that. Okay, so what's next? Start saying yes to experiences. Now, I'm going to say no to people, but I'm going to say yes to the experiences. If there is something that I want to do, I'm going to say yes. There's a place not too far from where I live that has indoor skydiving. Yes, I want to do that. Yes to a new tattoo. Yes to possibly a couple of new piercings. Yeah, I'm going to start saying yes. Yes to traveling, even if I'm traveling alone. Yes to visiting Africa. The answer is yes. I'm saying yes to all of the experiences. No to the people. But yeah, we have to start experiencing some things. And, because again, this is a way to reconnect with ourselves, maybe gain some wisdom. If we're traveling, gain some knowledge and that sort of thing. It's a way to just start getting back in touch with us. And that's what we want. So say yes to the experiences. A lot of times, I have coworkers that'll say, hey, this is happening this weekend. Do you want to go out? And normally I say no. I'm going to start saying yes to some experiences and start putting myself out there. Start listening more to myself. I tend to have a thought and then I just disregard it. Oh no, that's not good. That don't work. That's not going to work. I do the self-sabotaging rituals every time I come. Can you imagine for a second, girl, that you have someone in your life that every time you try to share something with them, they're like, yeah, no, that don't make no sense. That's not good. That's not right. You would basically probably end up being like, you know what? I'm not even going to call that person no more and tell them anything, because why are they always negative? Why? But we do it to ourselves too. I do it to myself so much so it's as if I'm my own worst enemy. And now it's to the point where my own self is like, yeah, I'm not even going to give you a thought. You got something going on in your life, you figure it out on your own, because every time I give you an idea, you knock it down. And you come up with all these reasons why it's not going to work, and just being a negative Nancy. Stop being negative, Jessica. Okay? I don't even know where that name came from, but it just popped in my head. Just stop being negative and start listening to yourself more. I know I need to do that. And if you need to do it, I'm not surprised, because as a human collective, we tend to do this to ourselves all of the time. I don't know why, but it's if someone else was to do this to us, we would really be looking at that person sideways. What is up with you? Why are you a hater? Every time I call you with something, you want to come back with the negative. Why? But we don't check ourselves when we do it to ourselves. So yeah, let's stop that. Let's stop doing that. So I'm going to start listening more to myself. I'm going to start being my own cheerleader. A lot of times, including just today, I was talking to my husband and I'm like, it's episode 10, babe. And he was like, uh-huh. And I'm like, no, it's episode 10. Like, cheer me on. Be like, yes. Like, oh my God. Like, that's so amazing. Like, you made it to 10 episodes. Why would I need him to validate that? I don't. And that's not a negative thing, babe. I always got to give that disclaimer, babe. If you're listening, it's not a negative thing. I need to be my own best cheerleader. You know, I need to be rooting for myself every single day. And when you root for yourself, it doesn't really matter if anyone else around you is cheering you on. You done cheered on for yourself enough for the both of us, right? So I'm going to start being my own cheerleader. I'm going to start doing things that brings me pleasure. I'm only going to do things that brings me pleasure. Pleasure of the mind, pleasure of the body, pleasure of my surroundings. If it doesn't bring me pleasure, if afterwards I don't feel like I'm ecstatic or like sensual with it, or it's just not, it's just not giving that chef's kiss, I will never do it again. You will never hear from me again. It's done. It's over with. I will only participate in things that brings me pleasure. Like, yeah, no, I want to be sensual. Okay. I want everything to be pleasurable in my life. And if you are here in my life and you are doing the exact opposite, I'm cutting you off. I don't want to be around you. Okay. Basically just to love on myself. Like, these are the things, these 10 things are all the things that I feel like I need to do to just really start loving on myself like I've never loved on me before, and just start showing up for myself. So yeah, that's the 10-10. Okay. That's the 10-10, you guys. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, I hope that you've enjoyed season 1. I don't want to give too much away about where I plan to go with season 2. You guys will see. But I hope you've been able to gain something from this, even if it's just one thing, right? And I hope you'll start feeling comfortable reaching out. I would love to connect. I say it all the time. Listen, on my Instagram, my phone number is listed. Everything is there. I would love to connect with you guys. Someone a few episodes ago had wrote me an email, and while I, of course, I'm not going to read that email because, that's their personal information, it was the most beautiful thing I've ever read in my life. And I'm just like, this is why I want to continue showing up every Sunday for this. It means the world to me, and I do not take it lightly. Again, I'm just so happy and so grateful if you've been able to be with me through the entire season 1. And I look forward to continuing this journey with you in season 2. I love you, girl. I hope you had a great week. I hope your Sunday is going pleasurable, and that you find something this week to tap into, to start, just putting a smile on your face every day, something to romanticize your life as well. Let me know what your 10 things that you're going to start and stop doing. I would love to know. And yeah, I will look forward to resuming and touching back up on August 31st. I love you. Okay, bye.